Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 mod update preview video. In this video I'll show you the upcoming update of my garden mod, and the reason for this update was that you couldn't deliver this type of seed pellets to the gardens, and I repaired that. And then I thought, when I make an update, I could do some other changes and improvements with this. But first I show you this. Now this is working with all gardens, but I only show you this one here. Here we are, delivered. And then I thought the distributor is much too slow. It is so slow, not because I wanted it to be so slow, but because they changed the way this distributing works in FS25 compared to FS22. And they didn't tell us that it changed like that, they just did it secretly. Yeah, and so I tried to make it faster. It's faster now, but not as fast as I want it to be, but I think it's improved quite a bit. So let's go into the menu where we can change the distributor. Here we have the water. So first we have to set it to distributing, and then we have to activate the production, even if it just transforms 1,000 liters of water to 1,000 liters of water. Yeah, and before in FS22, when you had 2,000 liters of water inside a distributor and you waited until the next full hour, all the water would have been distributed. Now only parts of it, depending on the production recipe, and no matter how much water is inside your storage. Yeah, it became faster, and I think it's rather okay now. And maybe you wonder, what does this mean? Slurry here, and liquid fertilizer and digestate. That hasn't been in the distributor before. That is another addition. So one reason for the addition of those things to the distributor is because some greenhouses or gardens from other modders, they work with liquid fertilizer, for example. And so you can use the distributor for distributing liquid fertilizer. You could also use it for the gardens of these mods. And so for everything here you have the digestate. This is just digestate is transformed to digestate. And that is just to keep a production running, and then it's distributed to all places where digestate is used for a production. And here this is used to transform digestate to solid fertilizer, and depending on the worth, the value of the material, like with the manure, we already had this for manure here. And so like that you can use the distributor to distribute digestate, liquid fertilizer and liquid manure on top of the existing manure or normal fertilizer for distributing into the gardens. But you can also, here, okay, this is running now. And now I fill this up with liquid manure, this tank, and we go to the garden, because you can also deliver this directly to the garden, like so. And it works like with a manure, with a fill type converter. And I'll show you in the menu with a large garden. Here we have solid fertilizer, no liquid manure. And that is how this fill type converter works. So you put in liquid manure or slurry, and it is transformed to solid fertilizer directly in the moment that you put it in. And it already worked like that with the manure, and now I have added slurry and digestate and liquid fertilizer to it. And this transformation is not one-to-one, but according to the value of the substance, it is calculated. So now, and here something happened. It must be the full hour. So we have two things that we can see here. We got 40,000 liters of solid fertilizer. That is because the 200,000 liters of liquid manure have been transformed to 40,000 liters of solid fertilizer. And the distributor worked, and it distributed 67,000 liters to our large garden. And the small garden got 3,370 liters. So much less, which is normal. The amount of stuff that is distributed depends on the storage capacity of another production, or in this case garden. Back to our large garden where we got the solid fertilizer. You might ask, why not making a dedicated recipe for manure and liquid manure and digestate and liquid fertilizer and so on and so forth? And yeah, the answer is really easy. You just have to look at this long list. And this is already nearly too long, this list of all the products that can be produced, all the production chains. And because I think that is close to being hurting, this long list, I decided to make all the special recipes that use fertilizer and seeds, only one for each product. So one for the carrots, one for the chilies, and so on and so forth. And the variety of products that you can put inside is taken care of while you unload it. And this is how a fill type converter works. You put slurry inside, you get solid fertilizer, and you can use the recipe for solid fertilizer. Even if you didn't have solid fertilizer to begin with, but through this fill type converter you got it, and you can use this recipe. Yeah, and it is just to not make it 7 instead of 2 entries in this already long list. Therefore I made this fill type converters. And those fill type converters, they work with every garden like it already worked with the manure. Now I just activate some of the products that it looks a little bit nicer. And then we can enjoy the view of the gardens. Yeah, here we see this. Now it's working and we have the full-blown gardens. Okay, those are the changes in the update to version 1.0.0.2 of my garden mod, and it will be available at Modhub when it's tested. I already uploaded it, and obviously also for consoles like the original mod. Okay. Thank you for your support as a Ruby channel member. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code OMATANA. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching and all the best till next time. Tschüss!